What's going on, everybody? This is the Fan Dude 21 back at you once again. And what you see here is a 52-inch antique brass Evergo Roma ceiling fan. This fan here dates to 1983. It is a 3-speed electrically reversible. The fan uses a cast iron motor manufactured by Union, which is basically a modified industrial motor with a modified end belt to adapt 4 blades for traditional residential ceiling fans such as this. Pretty cool fan here. We always call these fans the Emperor, as S.M.C's take on this fan was legitimately called the Emperor, and some fan collectors just started coining the term as a general term for this style of fan, so that stuck, and that's why you see a lot of collectors call these Emperors. And so, yeah, the blades on the fan are cane, dark walnut finish, which are plywood, and they're just plain on the other side, plain walnut finished plywood on the other side. So without further ado, we'll go and give this thing a demonstration. Show you what the light looks like on real quick. The light is actually not original to the fan. The fan actually did not have a light on it originally, but I had this one lying around, so I figured it would be rather fitting to attach it to the fan for the video, since this is one of those few instances where actually having a light kit like this on the Emperor fan actually completes the look of it, in my personal opinion. But the fan was actually never used with a light. So on the low speed here, so as you can see, it's really pretty fast for a low. And that's the resulting of the modified industrial motor that Union used for these residential ceiling fans under their own brand and under the Evergo brand. So the motors are geared toward high speed and low torque, so they're really designed to push 3 metal blades, and of course they're heavier than pushing a set of 4 wooden blades. So therefore the fan operates much faster than a traditional motor. And here's the medium speed. As you can see, it's more like a high. And we'll take it too high. And as you can see, the fan cranks here around 225 so 230 RPM. Like I said, it's no slouch. The blade pitch on the fan is 13 degrees. Which is interesting because the variation that came before this one actually used a 20-degree blade pitch. So I'm not sure if they slightly detuned this motor for this year in this style of brackets. I have no idea. But it still runs fast regardless. And we're going to stop it here. Flip the reversing switch. Try to stop it without killing myself. And we'll turn the light on for this mode here. And start it back up on low. Even though the fan doesn't really need any light on it, as I got 5 spotlights pointing at it right now to highlight it for the video, but I digress. Now what's interesting about these Union motors is that since they're industrial rated motors, they're geared for industrial use, they were only designed for single direction, of course, downdraft. Now, reverse was an afterthought on these motors. So what's going on here is that the updraft mode on these fans run significantly slower than downdraft. So the speeds on the updraft mode are actually more normal for a residential ceiling fan versus downdraft. So take it up to medium. And we'll take it back to high. Like you see here, high runs around 200 RPM. Much more normal for a residential ceiling fan. And we'll go ahead and power it off here and let it coast. Now, as it's coasting down here, I'll go ahead and discuss to you or tell you about the lineup of the Evergo throughout the years of its production. Around 1981 or 1982, it's hard to tell when. That's when the fan was introduced. Either this or this company, Evergo or S.M.C, was the first manufacturer of the Emperor style ceiling fans. This one, it looked very similar to this with the same motor housing design, but the blade brackets and the blades were much different. Like I said, the original brackets were 20 degrees, and the bracket shape was a little bit different. It was more generic design for the Emperor than these Evergo specific ones that were introduced in this year here. And also the blades on the 1982, 1981 models were actually real wood, and they had a very interesting looking blade tip, which you can see those on other videos of this fan from earlier. In 1983 they introduced these plywood blades in this design of blade bracket. Then around 1984 they redesigned the motor housing shape altogether, making it a much more rounded instead of the squared off look, which this is actually one of my favorite looking Emperors ever made, all throughout the spectrum. The ones made after 1984 I really don't care about. That's my personal opinion. But they use the same cast iron motor, but I think just before they ceased production of this fan, around 1986 or 1987, they used a stamped steel motor. I never really seen one in person, so I really can't just verify that per se, but it's just my speculation. But there you go, folks. There was the 52-inch Evergo Roma ceiling fan, manufactured back in 1983. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time.